Welcome to this week's episode of I Am on the Fringe, and we welcome you back, and it's going to be hopefully a good episode. Again, it's part of our trip to Islamabad where we talk to SHEHRYAR MIRZA and the band RUNGG, and we hope you'll enjoy it. This week we've got another great submission by one of our great movie makers in Pakistan, who's given us another short called the 15-second intellectual film of the week. So we hope that you continue to enjoy art and music as we do. So what? Well, so fine, we just start. Come my lady, come my lady. Sometimes between filming, me and Zishan sit together and discuss the meaning of the cosmos. And while doing that, we come to think about things that are really important to us, like chicken. Chicken is an animal that went from being for the privileged, for the few, because of its expense, to large-scale farming that made it common for the rest of the masses. It's an animal that is benign and docile, harmless. But at the same time, we might know that in the future that the next great disease will be caused by chicken, through the avian flu. So here you have an animal that is both common now, but was once uncommon, that might be dangerous today, but is generally considered docile. So chicken somehow reminds me of the band RUNGG. RUNGG is a band with a cult following, slowly getting out there into the masses. RUNGG is a band that is considered the boy next door kind of band, harmless, friendly. But at the same time, they're so passionate about their music and their art that they could be on the verge of being dangerous because of what they might say. Chicken is a lot like RUNGG then. They might become a common part of your future. What are we gonna ask these guys?
Chalo, ready?
Okay.
Go.
So we're here with the band RUNGG today, and they've got some very nice singles out there, and they've been, out on the scene for a while. Now, usually I don't know any of the people I interview, but I would like to, just finish that conflict of interest thing. Is that he's one of my favorite people in the world. He's a very nice guy, and he's a brilliant musician. And he was with me in school. And who's good at guitar always? Better than me.
Any haunting memories?
Well, I never believed he was good at guitar until I went to his house one day. And then he played me Silent Man. And I still remember it to this day. It's the first time I had ever heard anything live. And it was just a bit up-tempo, and it was brilliant. So, that's still something I remember. And he's got a great voice. He's very shy, camera shy, but today he's on the screen. Say something.
Hi.
Yeah, he's an artist. So, anyhow, so could you just introduce what RUNGG is all about and why it has, it has one G or two Gs at the end?
Somebody asked us whether our band was called RUNGG, and we said GG, and that's how the other G came in.
It's interesting that some bands have a story behind them, like, you've heard the story of Ganda Banda, the band, right?
No, please tell us.
Yeah, Ganda Banda was a guy who was, Babar Sheikh, the video maker? So he was pretty ganda on one day, and some, auntie went by him, and he was in this band the band had no name, so then she said, ooh, what a Ganda Banda. So then it became Ganda Banda and the 3D Cats, because they were 3D animators. So now you people have a story too behind.
Yeah.
And we're the first to break the news. So tell us, what's behind your music?
Behind the music is usually noise. Because you know, when you're recording anything, I mean any equipment that you use has a noise floor.
Right.
If you're using any audio cables, it'll have a noise, and basically you need to increase the level so that there's a lot of difference between the noise and the signal.
So do you think
when you're listening to a music, there behind that music is noise which is inaudible.
So are you trying to explain tectonic triangulation to me?
Somewhat similar, like it's more like oscillator polygonal, so to speak.
Well, so yeah, that's what I thought was behind your music.
Yeah.
And now, if we when you make the lyrics of your songs, you two actually collaborate on that.
Yeah, most.
So what is the message you guys want to give out most of the time?
Well, it's really deep most of the time. It's so deep that we're still trying to figure out what most of the songs that we've written about are.
Does it give you pain when you sing these songs?
No, not at all. It's quite soothing for us, and I hope it is for the audience as well.
Zulfi, do you feel the pain then?
No, I'm trying to figure out the depth in the music. I haven't reached the bottom of it.
Okay.
And it's not about feeling the pain, it's about inflicting.
Do you guys feel like it's a marriage? I mean, are you guys really like married to one another as a band?
I'm married.
No, I mean to each other.
Well, not in the traditional sense, but yeah, if you take it platonically, yeah. We are married, yeah.
Okay. So, who's, like, the head of the family?
Beat the family.
Yeah, who's the head of the family?
We keep on changing the roles. Sometimes Wasim becomes the father.
Okay.
Or the mother.
And how did you guys form together?
Well, over a lunch table, me and Sarmat, we just jammed, and we wrote a few tunes, and then we decided to go into the studio, record them, and see how things would go from there.
And how did Zulfi and Wasim join the band?
I used to know Ifu from God days, like he used to be my Nana's neighbor.
That makes me sound very ancient, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if it's true, it's true. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing to be ashamed of anything here.
Sounds like as if I used to play golf with this Nana.
So you're talking about his Nana?
Yeah. So he used to be my Nana's neighbor. 18 years later, एकदम ना Mikal told me that Ifu needs a rhythm player, na.
Who's Mikal?
Mikal Hassan.
Okay.
Mikal Hassan, yeah.
He's got some sort of band somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
बहुत casual सा scene था, मतलब कोई इतनी big चीज, इतना बड़ा कोई धमाका नहीं था। वो इसके साथ बजाया, कहता हाँ ठीक है यार, अच्छा सही जा रहा है। I think तुम आ जाओ साथ में, सरमत से मुलाकात हुई।
Basically, it was a single phone call. सरमत ने मुझे call किया था. I'm from somewhere else. So
where is it somewhere else? What sort of place is that somewhere else? You like
Peshawar, I said.
Somewhere else.